Mediterranean, being 1 year in the Mediterranean, and it's been a special journey with many, many special people. Mediterranean is it's a 15,000 kilometre 12-month expedition that started in Turkey on April the 26th in 2014. It started at a place called Gallipoli, which is a very special place for Australian people. In the First World War, 10,000 Australian soldiers died at the beach at Gallipoli in Turkey. And we commemorate this day, April the 25th, as our biggest commemoration day every year. My journey is also a fundraiser for a wonderful organisation called Save the Children. I wanted to raise money for children who are affected by war and conflict, the real innocent victims of war.
I really liked the whole idea of the Mediterranean expedition, so I sent him an email introducing myself and telling him that if he needed any help in Slovenia, I would be more than grateful to help him. He had problems to come around Libya and Syria.
Mr. Hops, the ocean rowboat, has been my solution to what would have been possibly an end to my journey. I found myself thinking about how I could solve this problem, how I could get from Tunisia past Libya to Egypt.
Because of my Atlantic crossing 3 years ago, I told him that he could row across, and he liked the idea.
It could be done. Not many people row these bathtubs of the ocean on the Mediterranean Sea. He came across to me as a very focused, professional, determined young man. So I said, well, do you want to come? Can you come? He said, I can't come, but I'll try and give you some help. Beginning of October, I climbed to the summit of Mont Blanc and I turned my phone on. In came lots of emails. I just saw one that said from Mary Medak, and I opened this email. Hi Hugh, now I want to row with you from Tunisia. I want to organise the boat. I want to do everything to help you. And suddenly I was on a high on Mont Blanc and I was on a high again from this news.
So after a few months of emails back and forth, we decided to join forces and to actually row this 2,000 kilometers from Tunisia to Turkey together.
2 hours on, 2 hours off, 24 hours a day was the life on Mr. Hops. It took us 7 days to reach Malta, and then a bloody big storm held us there for 4 or 5 days. When we finally left Malta, we headed across the guts of the Mediterranean, aiming for Crete and then on for Cyprus. But after 12 days and about 800 kilometres, a huge winter storm was predicted and we had to come up with another plan.
Given the fact that Mr. Medak hasn't caught any fish yet, I'm celebrating this big moment with a Mediterranean fish stew with rice, which, a bit like the Mediterranean, doesn't have much fish in it. Anyway, here's to the centre of the Mediterranean and the land far away. It's the 7th of March and Marion and I have been rowing like men possessed for the last 24 hours or so. Not to try and get to Crete, but to try and land on the Greek mainland, the Peloponnese Peninsula, which is behind me amongst the storm clouds that are passing through. And we're chasing the wind. We're trying to chase the wind away, the easterly that's going to hit later today. Desperately trying to make land before it does, because neither of us want to be out on the power anchor for a few more days. So yeah, hard work, but hopefully it'll all pay off. Porto Assomato, A-S-O-M-A-T-O. So we've less than 2 miles until we get to this tiny marina where destination, after crossing the Mediterranean from Tunisia to Malta. Demetrius has been coordinating things. We've stuffed up their plans. They were all supposed to be in Crete. Quite a day.
I'm taking videos of yourself. You
Yeah.
go to sleep, I'll be tired. So.
Have you got anything useful to say? Well, shut up then.
Ήταν Ιανουάριος όταν έλαβα το email του Hugh με την πρότασή του να μπω και εγώ στην ομάδα ως ελληνική συμμετοχή σε αυτή την διεθνή αποστολή. Δεν πρέπει να μου πήρε παραπάνω από 1 λεπτό να σκεφτώ το ναι και να απαντήσω ανάλογα.
This is the man. This is the man.
Όντας 3, θα μπορεί ο καθένας να έχει 2 ώρες επιπλέον ξεκούρασης μετά από κάθε βάρδια στα κουπιά. Και επιπλέον, ένα τρίτο άτομο στην ομάδα θα διασφάλιζε ότι αν κάποιος από τους άλλους 2 πάθει κάτι, θα μπορούμε να συνεχίσουμε να κάνουμε κουπί τουλάχιστον οι υπόλοιποι 2 που θα είμαστε καλά στην υγεία μας. Από την άλλη, ένα τρίτο άτομο στην ομάδα φέρνει κάποιες σημαντικές δυσκολίες μέσα στο σκάφος.
That boat is designed for 1 people, not 2. And it's certainly not designed for 3. So if we get bad weather, which we will, there isn't a lot of room to shelter for the 3 of us in a storm. Despite having 3 people rowing, we'll actually end up being slower, not faster, because Demetrius plus his equipment, etc., and the food we have for him is an extra, 120 kilos or something. But also, it's an added international element to the journey. It's a Slovenian, an Australian, and a Greek. It's an opportunity for Demetrius to do something unusual in Greece. So I think there's certainly sort of some nice human positives there. But as I say, it may be horrible. It may be horrible. We will see.
Come. 300 euros to Turkey.
All you really need is to get to the start line. You get yourself on the start line and you begin, because the fear of failure, the fear of something happening along the way, the fear of being unable to complete it, disappears to a very large extent once you've actually started a very long journey. And you know that things will change. There is no point on a journey of this length to try and plan every route, every day. It's a belief in yourself, it's a belief in the wonderful help that you will receive from other people along the way, both known and unknown. When things don't go right, when you have a problem physically, when you might have a problem, where you're feeling a bit down, it won't last forever. It's just keep plugging away.
Πρώτα σχεδόν 48 ώρες θα έλεγα ότι μόνο ταλαιπώρια ήτανε. Η θάλασσα με πείραξε από τις πρώτες 5 ώρες, ξεκίνησα να ζαλίζομαι. Το μόνο που ήθελα μετά από κάθε μου βάρδια κουπιού ήταν απλά να μπω στην καμπίνα μέσα, να ξαπλώσω, μπας και καταφέρω λίγο να κοιμηθώ. Ο Χιου κοπηλατή, έξω βρέχει. Αυτό εδώ είναι το φαγητό μου, το σημερινό. Αφυδατωμένη τροφή, βάζεις μέσα ζεστό νεράκι και γίνεται ξανά φαγητό. Αυτό είναι και το όμορφο διαμέρισμά μας, η πλωριά καμπίνα. Αυτό είναι το σπίτι για τις επόμενες 10-15 μέρες.
Here we are, 600 miles from the start.
10 minutes.
There's a leak in this boat.
10 minutes, Dimitri.
Someone toss me a rope.
Get up.
Head rest for my, head rest for my
Some
soul.
sweet rowing time ahead of you, baby.
Oh man,
There's a leak in this
I
boat.
can't wait. That's what I was dreaming of.
How the hell will I flow with this head rest for my,
Oh, good morning.
for my soul?
How's the weather?
I got a head rest for
Is it
my,
raining?
head rest
Really?
for my
Good wind, yeah.
Not again.
Let the whispers unfold.
Can we just have one night without rain?
And day in, night long, this is what happens. And when you weren't rowing, you tried to get some sleep, you tried to eat, you felt sick sometimes, you felt good other times. Was it a pleasurable thing? No, it is a challenge to keep the body moving in that sort of 24 hours a day. There are moments of beauty, you know, dolphins, you know, at night swimming around Mr. Hops in the phosphorescence, just a sparkling show, the full moon, the sunrise, the sunset.
In this boat. Someone
Μετά από 46 ώρες ταξιδιού, 23 βάρδιες στα κουπιά, αναγκαζόμαστε να διακόψουμε ξανά την πορεία μας, αυτή τη φορά στη Μονεβασιά. Η απογοήτευση της ομάδας, κυρίως του Χιου, είναι μεγάλη.
give me that.
Ενώ οι μέρες περνούν, η απόσταση που θα χρειαστεί για να διανύσει μέχρι το τέλος της αποστολής του συνεχίζει να παραμένει ίδια.
You know I gotta.
So this is the weather.
Go out now.
Stuck at Monemvasia for the past 3 days. Probably the next 2 or 3 days to come.
We can't really do much except wait.
Αν ήμασταν έξω με αυτόν τον καιρό, το πιο πιθανό είναι ότι θα ήμασταν αυτή τη στιγμή με πλωτή άγκυρα, απλά να περιμένουμε να πέσει το μποφόρ. Και να βρισκόμασταν τελικά κάποια στιγμή στην Κρήτη χωρίς να το θέλουμε.
So the expedition has now moved from the sea to underground. We're just about to descend to the cave of Castania here on the Peloponnese. I haven't done any caving on this Mediterranean expedition yet, so this will be a pause.
So you can have
On the
trekking,
t-shirt.
rowing, kayaking, and caving.
Τεσσερσήμισι μέρες είμαστε εδώ. Περιμένουμε να πέσουν οι βοριάδες. Ήδη έχει αρχίσει και μας πιέζει πολύ το πρόγραμμα.
Fingers crossed that the change in weather will come soon.
Let's hope we are back in the water again soon.
I had to make a decision that doesn't best please me. I played a lot of cards on this trip, change things and keep things to a schedule, but I've been in Greece now for 2 weeks and it doesn't look, with the way the forecast is for the next 4 or 5 days, it certainly doesn't look as if we'll get away, and I'm just running out of time. It means I've got to take a non-human powered option really, and that's to head to Athens, fly from Athens to the island of Rhodes and then start kayaking 1,000 kilometers or so back to Gallipoli. It is what it is. It's a decision I've made. I'll deal with it, you know, in the coming weeks. And yeah.
Here we are again. Same place.
A week later.
A week later. We have a specific mission, and that is for Hugh to be there on time. So we try to make everything possible, but you know, no one can go against the weather, especially Mr. Hops.
Especially that, yeah.
Και εμείς πήραμε την απόφαση να μην αφήσουμε τον κύριο Hops εδώ στη Μονεβασιά, να τελειώσουμε αυτό το ταξίδι που είπαμε ότι θα πραγματοποιήσουμε, θα το ολοκληρώσουμε με το καλό στην Τουρκία χωρίς να έχουμε πλέον την πίεση του χρόνου και ευχόμαστε ότι ο καιρός θα μας βοηθήσει. After too much waiting,
Much too much, 2 weeks.
much too much waiting, and let's see, hope it's the last day. We will row.
We will row to Turkey, finish the plan what we started.
10 minutes, Dimitri.
And here we go, trying our luck. Go!
10 meters. 10 more meters, Peter, go.
10 more minutes.
Go, go. Go, go.
Well, I wish these fine men fair winds, calm seas, or not too calm seas, make their way to Turkey as I leave them now and make my way to Turkey by a means that I didn't mean to. All you really need is to get to the start line. You get yourself on the start line and you begin, because you know that things will change. You know, I mean, there was no point.
I walk to the rhythm of your heart. You ain't seen nothing till your mama falls apart. But I'm awake. I walk to the rhythm of your heart. But I'm still better at the oldies in the park.
We're just 55 miles from Gyirisμένη, Turkey, our final destination, and I'm really happy that we'll complete our expedition. I'm very grateful for Dimitris that he came with me from Monemvasia to Turkey, because otherwise if I would have had to do it alone. It is the longest expedition I've been on, not rowing-wise, but time-wise. We had so much time off in first Malta, then Finikunda, then Monemvasia. I'm looking forward to coming home. It's also the first time that I say this. I'm ready to stop.
Πρωί, 31 Μαρτίου, πριν από μια ώρα περίπου ήμασταν στα 10 ναυτικά μίλια νότια της Χίου και μας έπιασε ένας βοριάς και ρίξαμε πλωτή άγκυρα, αλλά τελικά στα 20 λεπτά την μαζέψαμε γιατί ξαναγύρισε ο καιρός και ο Μάριν έξω κοπηλατή. Με βροχή λίγο.
We're less than 10 miles now from Gyirisμένη. I can't sleep. This has been long, 49 days in total. Dimitri is rowing now. I'm just resting and seizing everything around me.
Greece and Turkey so close.
Yeah.
Strange feeling, huh?
Very strange.
Be close to the end. Very strange feeling. Mixed emotions.
No mixed emotions for me. Just very happy.
I say we walk from the rich and roll down the pool. On to the next to dance with the poor. Jump on my shoulders. You can jump on my shoulders. We rock from the rich and roll down the pool.
So ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. 10 minutes. This is the one and only adventurer, rower of the Atlantic and the Mediterranean. 10 minutes, Marin.
Already.
The Slovenian Marin Medak lost 10-minute call. Come on, you bastard! Do some rowing! No chestnut yet, but almost. Made it, finally done. This is it, baby.
Good job, good job. Let's go grab something to eat now.
Yeah. Cheers, man, here we come.
All you really need is to get to the start line. You get yourself on the start line and you begin. The fear of failure, the fear of something happening along the way, the fear of being unable to complete it, that things will change. There is no point on a journey of this length to try and plan every route. It's a belief in yourself. It's a belief in the wonderful help that you will receive from other people along the way, both known and unknown.
All my past expeditions, I always avoided people. I camped on remote beaches. This trip is really different from anything I did before. It is great that we meet so many interesting people along the way. It made me appreciate more the social aspect from trips, which I never had before.
When things don't go right, when you have a problem physically, when you might have a problem, where you're feeling a bit down, it won't last forever. It's just keep plugging away.
Κάποια στιγμή το σώμα ίσως και να καταρρεύσει. Μόλις αυτό συμβεί, το μόνο το οποίο μπορεί να κρατήσει το σώμα σε μια διαδικασία εγρήγορσης και συνέχισης της προσπάθειας είναι η ψυχή και η καρδιά.
We've been very, very lucky that in each port we met some very good people, unbelievably good people. I didn't imagine that before.
The world has always been a very crazy, stupid, mad place. But I think the one thing that the Mediterranean has done for me is really affirm that essentially the vast majority of people around the world are great people, are good people, are kind people.
I made some great friends along the way.